Hey there, JB the Gentleman Barber with Hair Designs Barbershop here with another video, and we're going to introduce you to wet shaving. Now, wet shaving has become very popular in the last several years, and I don't believe it's going to go anywhere. Why? Because it is a much healthier shave. Now, what is wet shaving? It is exactly what it sounds like. You're using water and soap designed specifically to do that job and that task. So I'm going to introduce you to wet shaving and some of the tools and implements that you're going to need to get started. What are you going to need to get started in wet shaving? Well, you're going to need a couple of different things. One of the things you could get, and which is very intimidating, and I wouldn't recommend it for beginners, is the old standby straight razor. Now, here's again, it is very intimidating because there's an extreme learning curve with a straight razor, and the potentiality of getting cut is a lot higher. So let's talk a little bit about some other options that you have out there for actually doing wet shaving. And that is this old standby right here, which is the double-edged razor blade. And you guys, this guy is very inexpensive. This particular brand is the Feather brand. There's other companies that make other razor blades that are the double-edged razor blades. Gillette makes them. They make a good one, but I found that I like these and I prefer these just because I think they do a little bit better job. They last a little bit longer, and you can get them in packs of 50 to 100. I think a 50 count is somewhere under $19. Now, you're going to have a handle to hold it. Now, let me show you exactly how that handle works. This is a Feather handle, and here's how it works. You just drop the razor right in. You're going to take your hand, hold it here, and you're going to spin it, and it's going to close right down on that razor. Pretty cool stuff. That's actually how it works. This handle is, again, the Feather handle, and it's somewhere around about 14 to 20 bucks, give or take a few dollars, and it comes with probably about 5 blades. So it's actually a pretty good buy, and this is an extremely good one for a beginner. Now, they do make some other ones. Parker makes a good one. There's some other razor blade companies that make razor handles and blades, but the pitch on them can be a little bit more aggressive, and you're more likely to cut yourself with them. So this is a good beginner handle and razor to start using. Now let me show you a couple other products that you're going to need in your wet shaving journey, and that is a pre-shave. Now, I'm going to show you a brand that I prefer. This brand has been around a long time, and it's a very preferable brand. This is Proraso. This is their pre-shave. It comes in a jar just like this. This is what you put on prior to actually shaving. The consistency of this is kind of like a cream. Well, look at that right there. That is a cream that you're going to put on your face prior to shaving. It's going to help soften those whiskers, get them to stand up to where you want them, and it's going to create a little extra lubricant so that you get a very comfortable shave. Now, beyond the pre-shave, you're actually going to need a soap, and this is, again, Proraso. I really like this brand. I've been using it a long time. It is a preferred brand of my own. This thing, I can't speak enough about how well it works. It is great. It's made in Italy. They've been around for a really long time. I love this brand. I love what it does. This fragrance right here is sandalwood, very masculine, very good smelling, very good clean smell. Now, last but not least, you're actually going to need a shaving balm. Again, the Proraso, this is unscented, and this just calms the skin down after the shave, so you get the most comfortable shave that you possibly can get. Love this stuff. One of the other things that you're going to need to complete the wet shaving experience is a Badger brush. This one is an Art of Shaving brush. I just got done shaving, so it's still a little bit wet. Now, they do make boar bristle brushes and other ones. This is a boar bristle brush. They make some synthetic ones. They make them out of some other materials as well, but those are the predominant ones, the synthetic, the boar, and the Badger brush. So now, that is one of the key things. I'm going to show you how well these things lather up. Your experience with which one is best, they all perform really well. The one thing that I can tell you is that the boar bristles tend to be a little stiffer, so they kind of exfoliate the skin. The synthetic and the badger are a much softer bristle, so they are not as aggressive on the skin, so you don't feel that scratchiness that you would feel with the other. But they all really perform very well. And I'm going to show you how it performs, and you're going to love this because you get a ton of lather. Let me show you how it works. First of all, you're going to get your brush wet, and then you're going to wring it out because it just needs to be wet. It doesn't need to be dripping wet, but pretty wet, okay? Not moist, but wet. And you'll figure that out once you get yours. So I'm going to put a little bit of water on this. Be right back. All right, so let's look and see how this works. Here's my can of Proraso. I just took the lid off. Circular motion, get in there and agitate this. And that's about all you're going to need. Now, watch this, guys. Now I want you to see how much lather I get out of this. What? Look at all that lather. Guys, that's good for about 3 or 4 shaves. I mean, it just keeps coming off. This is something that you're going to love. This makes that experience all worth it. And I know it looks like a little sloppy because of the way that I did it. It's not that sloppy. Then you just put it over the face. Maybe I'll do a shaving tutorial for you guys, show you how it's done, and we'll go from there. And with that being said, stay dapper, my friends. Stay very dapper and get your wet shave on.